completely disheartening and report there being sent by Manogya Loiwal. Such despair, such helplessness being witnessed there. Manogya, this is one of many stories that, of course, you would have witnessed all across the day today. Bring us up to date of what is the condition as of now. We have been told it's raining in Kathmandu. How much of this now is a trouble for the people, those who are living under the open sky?
Well, Ankit, even I was standing here, there were a few people who passed by, who just walked by and who said that they were extremely disturbed. They said they were not bothered about their property, but they were now bothered about their lives, and that's the reason why they were walking on the streets and just going to any place that would give them enough shelter despite the rainfall and the feeling of a little bit of security and safety that was not even being provided by their own homes. During the day, we've seen that people have been petrified with the kind of experience that they've been facing in past 2 days, and the fact that they have been extremely disturbed with agony, anguish, and the fact that they are also distressed about the functioning of the state government here in Nepal also. Let's talk to Abhishek. Abhishek, you've traveled from Bihar today by road. How difficult was the journey? Explain it to us.
Well, Manogya, when I was coming to the Kathmandu, there was landslide at many places. But yesterday I was in Janakpur. I have seen the destruction there. The temple was quite damaged there. I have when I was traveling to Kathmandu, I have seen visuals of destruction while coming to Kathmandu. People were on roads. They were taking shelter in the small tents. So the situation was quite grim.
Very grim, and of course I would like to add on Rahul here with us. On Rahul, you've travelled 8 hours only travelling from Delhi to Kathmandu by air. How difficult was that? Explain it to us.
Well, Manogya, it started off with us taking off from Delhi, and just when we were about to land at Kathmandu airport, there was another trembler that shook Kathmandu, and all the ATC officials obviously evacuated from that building. So we had to go back. We had to go back to Delhi. We stayed there for a couple of hours, finally able to take off, and we are coming here. There's a lot of rainfall, thunderstorms, lightning, and that created a lot of problems. But I want to focus on what's happening at this time. It's raining. The houses around us are unstable. They're brittle because of the big earthquake and all the aftershocks. And a lot of the people now here in Kathmandu are confused about what they ought to be doing. Because remember, all through last night, they were out on the roads, just under the sky. Even though it's a bit nippy over here, they were out in the roads thinking that that would be safer than staying in their buildings because of the constant aftershocks. Now, because it started to rain, they can neither stay in. We met with a bunch of people who were just walking past us. They were very angry with the fact that it's a double whammy for them. They can't go back into their homes, but they can't be out on the streets. They're young babies, women, men folk, all of them now forced, Manogya, forced virtually to go back to their houses because they have no option. They can't possibly it just stopped raining slightly now, but it was raining quite heavily just a short while before now. So they can't stay out on the road, and they're forced to go back to their homes. And I must tell you that at this time there are at least 3,000 to 4,000 people.
Manogya, if you can hear me,
at the Tribhuvan International Airport.
Please ask Rahul, what is the condition of the airport as of now? Till when are we expecting this airport to be closed?
Some mountaineers have trekking equipment. They've parked it out right outside the airport.
I was asking if you could explain us the condition of the airport, which you just saw in detail.
Well, the airport, Ankit, is a mess. The toilets are stinking, and naturally there are no folk, there are no people around to help clean that place. The people are very confused, Ankit, because they don't know whether it's better for them to be inside the buildings because of the constant aftershocks. They're all out on the tarmac. So there are thousands of people out on the tarmac. These are those who've got tickets. Remember, there are also a couple of more thousand who are out outside the airport who don't have tickets, and they're hoping that some sort of an Air Force sortie will take them back. There are no taxis at the airport at all. So the people who are now, the 5 flights have landed. When I came out, there were absolutely no taxis available. I stood around for about half an hour. I didn't find a taxi. Finally, I hopped onto a motorcycle which dropped us some distance from here. Then we were able to get on with a tourist who was going back. His flight had got cancelled. So it's very, very chaotic here in Kathmandu at this time.
Before Manogya, I let both of you go. A question about the situation.
There is no electricity. Telephone communication is really bad. We're barely being able to get through to our office. People are hardly being able to connect with each other. There's no data connectivity at all. And because the weather has packed up again, that window of opportunity is gone, because when you're coming into Kathmandu, as I said earlier, you have to enter a valley, and that valley is tricky to enter even under normal circumstances. When the weather packs up, it's even tougher to be able to do so. And now with the airstrip also brittle, there are some cracks over there. Night landing is something that the pilots want to avoid. So there are lots of people who will probably have to spend the night at the Kathmandu International Airport with no succor, no food, no water, no toilets, out in the open.
Well, of course, and I'd like to add one more point to it. There's been no electricity since yesterday. And that's the reason why even the families don't have water at home. They have no electricity supply, no charge in mobiles, no connectivity. So it's, of course, a village which is not connected to the world in any way.
Manogya, before I let you and Rahul go, both of you have been out there. Now the fear now is of epidemic. There is the Nepalese Health Ministry that has already asked the Indian Army to help them, in dealing with this threat of epidemic. Now it's raining. The bodies, the debris have not yet been cleared. How real is it in Kathmandu, and how are the people dealing with this threat of epidemic? There is sanitation problem. There is no electricity, as you have been saying. So what are the precautions, and what is the Nepalese government doing in that sense?
Well, for the Nepalese government, the biggest challenge will be initially supplying electricity everywhere so that they can get water into place. And with that, they will be able to control the spread of epidemic, because there will be more cleanliness, more sanitation, and with that, a little more of regular supply to people also, where they will have enough confidence of staying inside home. Imagine all these homes on both sides of these streets have no people. All of them are sitting in the park in the open with tents, and with children, with women, and with men, all sitting under this open sky, and of course the heavy rainfall, and now a drizzle. So
right.
Very difficult life for the people of Nepal, at least for the next 2 days also.
Thank you so much, Manogya Loiwal, Rahul Kanwal and Kumar Abhishek, for bringing us this live sense of the nightmare that people there in Nepal as of now in Kathmandu are facing, with rain also hampering the relief and rescue works. In fact, I would just like to once again play this bite of this helpless father, and this completely epitomizes the situation that this earthquake has brought down in Nepal.
मर गया था, बीवी को लेके हॉस्पिटल में, बेटा बेटी का दुकान पे छोड़ के गया, वापस आ गया तो ऐसे हो गया। अभी तक नहीं निकला, निकालने के लिए कैसे निकलेगा, सबसे नीचे, और कैसे निकालेगा उसको, कैसे पहुंचेगा मालूम ही नहीं है।
कल तक आवाज आ रही थी?
हाँ, कल तक शाम तक आ रहा था, सुबह तक, अभी तक वो हो गया, और कैसे निकलेगा ये हमको मालूम नहीं है। जिंदा तो नहीं होगा, मरा हुआ बेटा, अपना बेटा बच्चा तो चाहिए हमको, वो कोई नहीं।
बहुत तकलीफ।
बीवी भी बहुत बीमार है, वही दो बच्चा था और बच्चा नहीं।